name to carry to the world. I knew it would happen as soon as I wanted to do a video. My husband comes home from work and my little boy wakes up from his nap. But I want to do this quickly because we are planning to go out and have a coffee today. So to kick off, I'm doing another mother and baby monthly chat where I share progress of my son and bits I've learned each month and sharing some tips and advice, because being a mum, it can be mind-boggling at times. So I hope that people will see these videos, hope you find them helpful. And I've had some good feedback from my mother baby videos that I've done, so I help the best I can, because it's sometimes good to know you're not alone when it comes to parenting, when it comes to your toddler screaming because they don't want to get in the pushchair. It's just a massive comfort to know that that's the dilemmas of being a parent, especially for the first time. So that's why I share these videos. So and I particularly wanted to wait to do this video, to do them now, because Henry has did his induction at nursery today, which was for an hour, and basically it's just to go through with the nursery nurse, or the head nursery nurse, about Henry, so she can know what he needs to learn on. So we are trying to support his communication with feeding himself with a knife and fork and spoon, which he can do, but he chooses not to because it's been lazy. So that's why I think when he goes to nursery, it really help. And so we went through that today. Any allergies he had, his routine when he had his regular naps, if there's any foods he doesn't like or whatever. So that was saying, and Henry got to see a little bit of what they do, and then tomorrow he's going to be there for an hour and a half, just as his first reset or settling in, an hour and a half, just getting to learn more about nursery, and I will then, I can stay if I want to, but but I can't be in the because it's quite a big nursery, but I can either sit in the staff room or be in the kitchen having a cup of tea. But I've said that I'm going to go out, so he learns to get used to being in a nursery and being in an environment where Mum and Dad are not there all the time. So I think it'd be good for him, and then it's a chance for the nursery nurses to get to know Henry, and Henry to get to know them, and Henry to get to know the other children. And it's because it's a brand new nursery. There's not that many kids at the moment, so that's good as well. So it's a small number at the moment. One thing I'm going to say though is, please do not ask me on social media or pages about where my son's going to nursery, because I don't mind sharing. I like sharing, quite a bit about my life, but there's some things I do like to remain private, and it's for the protection of my son. I will not disclose, but on social media where my son's going to nursery, because I do think some things should be kept private for the protection of my son and other children. So I know that sometimes it's innocent, I've done it myself, but then thinking I shouldn't have asked that question, because people disclosing private information on social media is a bad thing to do, because you don't know who's reading or watching, seeing these videos. So just to say that. But I'm going to talk about he goes through nursery and what he's learned. Learning curve for me, my first child, first experience of taking my child to nursery. Of course, I went to play school nursery, but it was a long time ago. So the process is completely different compared to when I went to nursery. I remember I think you did one settling in, and that was it. You were there for the whole day. Now it's more of a building progress, which is good, because it can take a while for children to adjust to different environments, and so it's good that they do it gradually, setting them into the nursery. And so, what I would say at the nursery, when it comes to finding a nursery, is you'll know. My friend said this, that you'll know as soon as you get in there if it's a nursery for you and your child, for you, and it will be suitable for your child, because every child is different. Every child has different needs, have different things that they need to work on in their development. You know, some, like my niece, for example, she hasn't rolled over yet. I don't know if she will roll over, but some children, you know, jump onto the next step before they've done the other. So every child is different, and it's whether you feel that nursery suits your child needs when you're there. And also the things we asked was about fire, what they do in the fire, what they do if Henry has an accident, or accidents. Will they let you know if your child has a knock or a fall? Emergency situations is one of the things that I would ask. And also check the environment. One thing about this nursery, that because it's brand new, and because they do have another nursery that they've had for quite a long time, we know that they're going to maintain it very well and keep it at a high standard. Very open, so there is a nursery nurse that can see them all the time, and with the children all the time. There's about 2 or 3 as in the room with the children at all times, which is good. And they do different. They have a routine, different activities that they do each day. And so if your child's going to nursery too, they wish them good luck and feeling, because even though I know we're doing good, a part of me feels for this, you know, because tomorrow is gonna be new to me, because I'm gonna feel a bit lost for an hour and a half. And it's like, and I was like thinking today, what could I do? What could I do in that hour and a half? You know, now I'm gonna have that hour. I've got an hour and a half free, and when he officially starts in June, that's when he'll be there for half a day at the beginning, because he's going to do half a day, 2 days a week, with a day in between, so a gap, 1 day gap. And I thought doing 2 days in a trot would be too much for him. But you again, you know, you don't have to do it that way. You do what you feel will suit you and will suit your child. Just because one parent is the kids' nursery, you know, just down the road, if you find that one's not suitable and you found a better one that's just further on, then go with what you feel is the right thing to do. Because I think there's a lot of criticism to mums at the moment, and I don't know whether it's because of social media. People can say what they like. We as parents united a bit, because we all go through, every child is different, but we all go through the same feelings and emotions. And some parents in the room when it comes to parenting, some, you know, don't find it so easy, and all my lads didn't find it so easy. As managers, am I doing the right thing? Feel like I'm doing the wrong thing. But you go on your needs and what suits your child. Suits another parent's child doesn't mean it's going to suit yours. So you have to lower the pressure that we put on ourselves. I've got to say, we do put a lot of pressure on our shoulders when it comes to parenting. Imagine that being like a ton of books on your shoulders. Eventually, them books are going to fall and your shoulders are going to hurt. Why do we put so much pressure on ourselves when we're human beings as well? And one thing I've learned since being a parent is that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not to know everything, because we're not put on this planet to know everything. The greatest gift about life is that you learn every day, and every day is a learning curve, and you do learn things every day. And with one thing that I've realised since being a parent is, since seeing things through my son's eyes, is that to them there is no stress at the moment. To them everything is new. To them everything is a learning curve to them, and they're not worried that their hair's out of place, or just learning at the moment. They're just run around and explore. So seeing things through my child's eyes makes me lower the pressure, because to him there is no pressure. They have no sense of danger at that age, and seeing it from their eyes is also made me get things done, because I was putting off my smear test for a while, and I was thinking, but you know, what if 10 years time, you know, Henry's got an appointment am I going to tell him, oh no, put it off, don't do it? I'm going to tell him to go because he needs it for his health. So seeing things and his perspective has helped me to lower the pressure on myself and to just enjoy being a mum, enjoy being a parent. And it's okay not to, do things right all the time, but just do the best you can. And since my last video, Henry had his checkup, hearing test, which was basically, so they got him to play toys, and then he had 2 speakers either side of him. He didn't have to wear anything on his head or anything like that, and it was just to see if he heard the speakers, and he did. And if he turned towards the speaker, it would light up, and inside would be a cuddly toy, and the same in the other speaker. And we heard it each time. So they're not too worried. They couldn't do all the examination, but it was later on in the day. One thing that I try not to do is get late appointments in the day, because it is always a lot difficult to organise the later the day goes. So I always prefer morning appointments, because it's just so easy to just give Henry his breakfast, get his clothes on, get out of the house. No longer leave it, and he naps during the day, and then it's his bath, his bedtime. And with late appointments, he interferes with that, and he just makes it a lot more rushed to get there, back, and then give Henry his dinner and get early appointments, because I just find them a lot easier and they work better around my routine. So that was Henry's hearing check, but I'm not too concerned. I want to do another checkup, just not absolutely sure, in June. Then he's got a multi-discipline assessment, and basically it's just to help him out with behaviour, because he was hitting a lot, and I think that's due to his communication, because he can't communicate fully. He gets frustrated, so when he's trying to communicate and we're not getting it, that's when he sometimes will hit out or bite, because he's trying to communicate to us and we're not understanding what he's trying to tell us. So and that's going to be helping that. And also then he's got another appointment in July, which is to help with his speaking, to help with support with his speaking and communication a lot more. But he is improving each day. He's saying 3-letter sentences now, like things that he says, oh, don't you dare, but he thinks it's funny, so we will have to think of another word to say that tells him not to do something, and he actually listens. Tantrums are not too bad, but he will sometimes wake up, especially after monkey music, and after his nap, he wake up grumpy. So what tends to help him is reading. He loves stories, and he actually will pick up a book and bring over to us to read. The books he absolutely loves at the moment are these. One of the type books are these pop-up books, and they're really good. He's got a couple of these. This is the Very Dizzy Dinosaur, and then he's got another one, which is the Very Silly Sheep, and then he's got another one called The Very Happy Hen. And these are really good books, they'll pop out, and he gets out these books and carries them over for you to read. Then he has this book, and basically it plays a tune. Wheels on the Bus, and it's got all the words of the tune. And so it's got all the words so you can sing the tune. So and we've got them. That was bought by my mum at the Chisholm Garden Centre. It's a really lovely book, which he loves us singing to him through. And I got these. These are from TK Maxx. They are cards, and what's on them are pictures, and then you slide them up, and it's got the it's got the name of the insects. So it's the alphabet, but it's got words, and the other side got a jacket. Oh no, and it's got the letter and the word. Because Henry is learning the alphabet. He was saying it today actually, saying S and B, C, D. So he's getting every speech, and that was from TK Maxx. Because I had a gift voucher I need to use. So, and that was a $3.99. And I'll show you this. This is his red book. Now, you will, if you've not had your baby yet, when you do, the hospital, I don't know if it'll be the same in all countries. This is what you get when your baby leaves hospital in the UK, and it's a red book, and basically they use it to, so at the front you get like telephone number of your clinic, of your local Sure Start clinics, and a telephone number if you have any concerns about your child at the front, and there's all these appointments and checks. So his last one was on 27 months, so, and it gives you a list of all the appointments that you need to book for when they are, as they're growing. So you have one at birth, 10 to 14 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 16 weeks, 26 weeks, 1 year old, and then at 27 months. And then it also gives you a list of when they have to have their immunisations. So Henry doesn't have to have his next immunisations until he's 3 years old and 4 months. So that's there. All the immunisations. And then they will put the instructions of like notes of dental health, hearing, and then at the back here they have like a height chart. So they were a bit concerned with his height because they reckon he's quite small for his age. But then I'm small, you know, I'm not exactly 6 foot. I'm 4'9", and my mum's mum, my nan, my mum's side, they were quite all small. So unfortunately, I didn't get the height gene. But then he may still be tall and still follow my husband's height, because my husband's 6 foot, so he may end up being tall in the end. And then they also mentioned the weight, and his weight is good. It is just, it's on the line, his weight. So that's the weight chart there, and you can see it in kilograms, pounds and ounces. And that was from when he was first born. So level 2013, he was born. When he was born, he weighed 3 pounds and 14 ounces. He weighed when he was born, and now he is just on the line, which is so mark it on the line chart, which is at the back. And he is now there. It's the red book that you get when they are first born, and I put everything in, and I keep all these upcoming appointment letters in there too. But that's it. That's my mother and baby chat for this month. And if you have any questions, please comment below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And remember to subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. So, anyway, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.